Hello, everyone. Welcome to Tuesday, March the 23rd. Here with me, Tammeron, your host, an astrologer and spiritual guide for this week's free tea and tarot reading with Spirit. This week is an incredible week ahead because astrologically, the planets are lining up and many of us are feeling this intense passion, courage, and also a lot of creativity happening in the mind. However, when this kind of happens and it's this intense, it can actually manifest in the physical body as symptoms of stomach upset, irritation in the digestive system, and even possibly things like headaches and migraines, depending on how your body is managing the stress. And also, if you had an astrological consultation with an astrologer such as myself, we can actually predict where this is going to manifest in your body. So, along with all of my consultations, I love to recommend natural remedies such as teas, Bach flower remedies, and essential oils, and some other elemental wisdom to help you balance out the energies that are playing out each week. So I do this in a consultation for you. It's actually one of my superpowers. So here we are this week. I want to remind everyone to stay tuned to the end of this video today because I still have a contest running and you can learn how you can win a 1-hour astrological virtual consultation with me. And the contest is still running for another 6 days. So you still have time to grab your ticket. So here we go. This energy this week really is intense and it's making people feel courageous. However, one of the recommended remedies that I've been using for myself and also to some of my clients this week alone since the weekend is a very specific herbal tea. I have Tulsi tea as the magic in my teacup today, and Tulsi is an incredible tea. It grows, it came from India, and it is, when they grow it and they pick it, it's blessed. So it has this incredible vibrational energy to it. It's very healing. And I just want to share with you guys, I'm going to show you some of my personal items today in this video, is when I purchase something, and I'm already aware what it is that I'm buying beforehand. So this is what I teach you in the astrological consultations. However, when I purchase something and I'm unfamiliar with what it's used for, especially if I'm just learning, what I'll do is when I come home, I actually make notes on the product. So the notes I wrote down here for Tulsi tea, so I would remember when to use it, is it combats respiratory ailments, it reduces stress, and it treats gastrointestinal disorders. So this is the perfect herbal tea that you'd want to be using if you are getting anything respiratory in your ailments, if you're having trouble breathing, reducing stress in the mind, right? So we can reduce that intensity so that maybe you won't get the wicked headaches or the migraines. And because it treats the gastrointestinal, it's going to calm down your tummy. So this really is an incredible herb to be using. I recommend it a lot of times. It's great in the wintertime, but it has a beautiful floral essence to it. And it's nice with just a dash of raw honey. So this is the tea that I'm drinking, and it's the tea that I'll recommend for you if you are having any of these symptoms as well. What I'm also going to recommend this week, or talk about, not recommend, but is to understand that when we have a lot of imbalances in what we're feeling, so emotional, so too much intensity. So with this energy this week, when we have this intense energy with a lot of this fire element that's happening, what can happen is, we jump to conclusions, we say things we don't mean, we are too intense and we're too strong and it's just too much, right? And what can happen is we can burn burn bridges with people. We can say things we don't really mean, get too intense, and then it's too hard to actually calm your energy down and to really come into balance. So when we know this energy is happening for the week ahead, I encourage people to, if something's bubbling up, to start using some other natural remedies, such as Bach flower remedies. And being a Bach flower certified practitioner, I recommend very specific remedies for people so that you can reduce all this intense energy of the mind. Remember, when we can calm down the mind, everything else starts to calm down. So if you've got the upset stomach or you've got these gastrointestinal things happening, what you can do is balance by using something to balance out your tummy, and then the mind calms down. Or you can do it the other way, where you take something that helps to slow down the mind so it stops you from thinking about something over and over and over and over again, and you can calm right down and get grounded and feel at peace, and then really understand what is the root emotion that is being triggered for you so that you can release it. And by taking the Bach flower remedies, what it does is it addresses that root emotion, and then the remedy will help to rebalance. So you'll feel less aggressive, less angry, less irritated. And it takes a practitioner to understand what to use. So not only do I give someone a recommendation for what I call a personalized remedy, and we put it on the label, and I tell you what it is, I tell you how to use it. I'll also give you another remedy as well so that you can use anytime. So if something happens, bam, you've always got it with you. The other remedy, a holistic remedy that I recommend, is that learning how to use high-grade essential oils. And the reason why we do this is because essential oils are actually effective for all 4 levels. So mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual. When you start using them and you're using the correct essential oils, again, you start to see relief on all levels of the body. The physical body can calm down. That tummy upset can calm down. You can use specific essential oils and rub one drop on your tummy calms down. Oh, guess what happens? The mind slows down. It's all part of that mind-body-spirit connection. It's just understanding what to use and when. And this is the biggest issue that I see with people who purchase these items from someone and then you never hear from anybody again, and then you don't know how to use them. So in my astrological consultations, not only will we look at the issue at hand, I make the recommendations for you. And then I follow up with you to teach you how to use them and to make sure that you're understanding how they work. All right, so this is my superpower. So I wanted to talk a little bit more about that today, just to give people some clarity. And also, before we do our 2-card draw, I just wanted to remind everyone that the deck I'm using this week for this Tea and Tarot reading is from fellow Canadian Colette Baron-Reid, and this deck is the Enchanted Map. I love this deck because it's very action-oriented, and it gives us some great action strategies that we can use to manage this energy for the week ahead. So here we go. I'm going to start shuffling the deck, and it's a 2-card draw that I use. So we are going to ask for advice from Spirit on how to manage all of this intensity, this, this high passion, high creativity, and courageous energy, because a lot of people are feeling like they just want to bust out of the gate this week, right? However, too much too fast, like I said, can burn out. So the first card is always going to address the challenge, and the second card is going to be the action step. And here we go. I'm going to take 2 cards from the top of the deck here, and let's get advice on how to manage this energy. So the first card that I drew is the Wishing Well card. All right, so this is the challenge. So again, this is about thinking. Look at this card up close. It's about thinking, planning, wanting to take action, those deep wishes, right? The wishing well, going deep. Look at the color of gold in there. Like really wanting to make a difference in your life and to really have that courage to step into what it takes. Because deep down, it does take courage. It's not going to come from somebody else. When you're looking to be empowered in your life, even if you're an entrepreneur or you're wanting to make changes in your life or step into a new company, it is about really understanding what it takes to motivate you. What are your values? What are some of these things that you need to be thinking about so that you have that oomph, that energy to really jump on board and to go forward? This is the challenge. The second card came upside down. So when a card comes upside down, I'm just going to give you the message, and it's about a reminder, to remind you of something. So the message on the card is balancing act, right? So it's telling us to stay balanced. That when we're ready to move forward, it's not that push. We don't want to just like blast out of the gate and then do way too much all of a sudden and not really think it through and have a plan. So this is really what the first card is telling us, is like we know we want something, but to have a little bit of patience and plan through it so that we understand all the steps that we need to take in order to make that wish come true. And that is the reminder, because the card came upside down, is to remind ourselves to be in balance at all times. So in other words, get your plan, get focused, plan what you're going to do and when you're going to do it. And remember to take time for yourself to have these self-care practices, such as what I talked about today, maybe using some Bach flower remedies, some high-grade essential oils or herbal teas to really balance all that creative energy, all this energy that could be potentially up here. Is you want to find a way so that you can process it, digest it all, and put it into something that's going to make a difference so that your vision can be fulfilled. I hope this makes sense. If you feel like sharing this video with anyone you care about, please do so. It is also posted on my YouTube channel under Tammeron's Astrology TV every Wednesday. So it's an opportunity for you to share the video as well. And as I mentioned earlier, if you would like to win a 1-hour astrological consultation with me, I have a contest running for another 6 days. So the final day is going to be on Monday, March the 29th. And that's the last day of ticket sales. And on Tuesday, so a week from today, on the 30th, we're going to be drawing the winner of the contest. The reading will be done virtually, so you can purchase a ticket anywhere in the world. You can share, and it's for just about anybody. So whether you're a man or a woman, whether you work in the corporate world or an entrepreneur, or you're just someone who really wants to have a deeper understanding of some of the changes that you could possibly be making for yourself this year. And I'll also recommend some of these holistic remedies for you. The ticket is only $5. $5, that's it. And 50% of the proceeds from all of the ticket sales are going to go to the Owl Foundation in Vineland, Ontario, where it is a charitable organization that fosters and helps injured owls and raptors, so they get them back into health and they get re-released back into the wild if that is safe for them, and if not, they remain in the facility. It's a beautiful place. It's one of my favorite charities, and I helped to be a part of a team of people to rescue an owl years ago, and it's where I send my money for charity at the end of each year. So at the end of this month, we'll be sending them a check as well for 50% of the donation. So if you are an owl lover or an animal lover, this is the perfect contest for you. It's called I Feel Lucky Contest, and you are welcome to spend $5 and gift the reading to someone that you care about. It doesn't necessarily have to be for you. So thank you for joining me. I look forward to seeing you here again next week with me, your host, Tammeron, an astrologer and spiritual guide. And I'll see you then. And good luck if you've purchased your ticket and you are feeling lucky. Cheers for now. Bye-bye.